Welcome back to the Karmic Third Party Update. For those of you that don't know, we do cover the masculine, feminine, Karmic Third Party, and then we release the joint connection with Super Chats. If you do want this content ahead of the crowd, you can come through and join a YouTube membership, which very separately, we do have additional videos that aren't released to the public. That is the element reads for masculine and feminine and the coaching session mid-month. So come through and join, as well as that Discord. Let's take a look at this update. Now, okay, something's going on here with the karmic. Okay, look, the first thing I'm getting is jealousy. There is some jealousy that is going on. It's almost that notion of the one who is being chosen. They within themselves are not feeling very strong. There could be some shade thrown. They could be thinking about you as a feminine in competition with you, especially if this karmic is a feminine. This is the collective energy of what's coming through this week. But there is some sense of jealousy going on. I do feel this person is second-guessing themselves and their direct position within this connection. For some of them, I feel there's no longer intimacy within the connection. The individual they're involved with, it might have gone by the wayside. They're also thinking about exes. This can be those that did have other relationships prior to ending up with a twin. So it does feel they are looking back to the past. They might have even heard from people from the past. But there's something in the chemistry that's really off at this point in time. Now, the crowning energy, like I'm saying, they really do feel in a magician sense that their power is taken from them. And this can be where they're spiritually, psychologically giving their power away. I also feel there is some competition and insecurities coming up, but really looking to the past, I also feel there is a lack of intimacy that is going on within the connection. You know, it's funny. For some, could they have got into this connection based on codependency? There is a potential. So for some, it might be that they're not being intimate. They don't. It's like a friendship or it's more a convenience of a connection. This is a pocket group that is coming through this week. I do feel at times they do feel quite cursed in love. And I also feel in their heart of hearts, they know that this person has been with another person and maybe isn't as spiritually connected to them. I think it's this moment in time where they're having this revelation that they've tried to dim the lights. And even if you haven't been around them, it's something that hasn't really gone away. And look, this could be paranoia. This could be, you know, the direct opportunity to have this relationship with this individual, but they're always looking over their shoulders. This could have been if this person went into this with ill kind of intent, if it was quite manipulative, if they entered into this relationship, or point blank zero, they trauma bonded and they were quite open with how they felt to do with their past as well as their past romantic connection. I do feel regardless, especially those that are in a physical marriage, they could be directly looking at the fact that they don't quite know where they are on the map. And this is also within the connection. I think there could be some honesty that's coming up. Having to admit that they have had history, having to admit that they may have had, yeah, it's almost like they're admitting there's no chemistry. Or if it was purely just based on that, but they were believing it was more. There's something off here. Those that are together, they do really feel that this person's mind is elsewhere, and this is hurting them. This is making them feel that this person's not committed. Yeah, they're making a lot of reference to this. How can I explain that? It's almost where, you know, if we're good and our parent says, look, if you behave, you know, you're going to get an ice cream. Sometimes we can associate the intimate act with love. And yes, sometimes it can be. But sometimes if a person has all their self-esteem based on that, if it's then not happening, they feel that they're off kilter. This person has a hang up about this. Yeah, they're going to hang up. It could be for physical reasons they can't at this point. Emotional reasons. Yep, they've just showed me emotional reasons. There's something personal they're taking. Their intuition is pretty good. Their intuition is feeling something is off within the connection. They do feel that karma is catching up. This can be the shadow work and their feelings of the past. They could also be going to healers. They've had a change of heart. This is a change of heart going on in their life. They're looking at their heart space and they do feel very changed. They also feel this person has changed their feelings towards them and their attitude. They're trying to avoid disaster, but they inevitably feel that this is going in a completely different direction. These are two people giving each other the silent treatment as the week progresses. I do really feel they're butting heads, and I do think they could be turning into their friendship groups, turning into their tribe groups, turning in towards friends. They do feel the victim in this situation. They are going in where angels fear to tread. They also do feel that this other individual they're intimately connected with, even though it seems there's not a lot of intimacy going on, that they've got so much going on in their life that they're not getting the attention. They've got more time for work. They've got more time for, family and tribe. They've got more time for their destiny. And so there is conflict coming up within the connection. Some also are talking about the direct connection. This can be financial entanglement for some. Shared resources. For some, they can be discussing divorces. This, especially from the top energy, could be those that have already come to terms with it. And they're merely, in this contract due to closing a karmic cycle out. However, they could directly be discussing, okay, within this connection, what do we need to share? How are we going to proceed forward? One individual may be waiting for some money to come through, and I do think it is coming through by month's end. And I do feel they're really going to have a revelation of sacrifices. I'm hearing the term living on borrowed time. I'm noticing the outcome card, Goddess of Power. Some of their power has been given, it's been taken from them. Any manipulation tactics they've had, if they were in the realm of intimacy, it's just not working. They're trying to get this back to where it needs to be. Even if a discussion has been between the both parties in the circumstance and an agreement to the severing of it, the karmic third party isn't wanting that, even though the karmic third party is totally aware that they actually have absolutely no chemistry with this person anymore. Now, I do think in the past they did maybe use their temple to actually get what they wanted. And face it, the reason being for some of them can be that new chapter they're quite afraid of and what it's going to look like. Are they going to be able to deal with it? And I'm definitely looking at their capacity with their crowning energy of really feeling that they don't have the strength to be able to be independent. And so this could be for wellness reasons. This could be for, their mindset reasons. Really confidence as well. This person's really not feeling completely confident. And they do feel that they're trying to seek their deeper purpose within their life. Something I do feel has really hit a stalemate. Yeah, they're definitely not happy, but there can be some people in their life that are really, really pushing them. It's like, look, you need to deal with this. This is what's happening. They could be pointing the finger. They do feel quite isolated this week. I do think they're deep in reflection. I do feel some of them are hearing from people of the past and they're kind of regretful. There is some element of regret. I don't feel they're getting the answer they want, but I do feel they've got a good outcome coming. It is going to give them a lifeline to have a brand new chapter. I do feel that there is a possibility. How do I explain it? It feels as though this could be a test for them. This test could be to turn over that new leaf and to have a chapter. They do feel that if they are shifting the focus onto themselves and they are having these doors open, that, yeah, they're not wanting to go it alone. They've got owl medicine. Yeah, it's keeping them up at night. Yeah, there is an offering here. This could be abundance coming in. This could be the divorce going through. This could be family, you know, lending a hand. But I very, very much do feel that there are certain individuals here that are requiring, it's like temporary. It's like, all right, you have a ticket. You get onto the boat. You are going to go to X point, and from here on in, you're on your own. And I don't think that it's that. I just feel that the people in their life are being semi-removed so that they can face their shadow. And they do really feel quite thrown in the deep end, to be perfectly honest. This is to help them heal and ascend. I'm hearing the term much ado about nothing, and I do feel this is in relation to an avoidance that they have. Okay, how is counterpart looking at them, please? I really do feel counterpart is very focused on their own journey. I don't think they're seeing eye to eye. I do feel, especially for those within a karmic contract, they're feeling they're butting heads. The individual involved with them is, I just see them shaking their head. It's like, I just can't be bothered. I can't be bothered arguing. I don't know how to get through to you. Yeah, it's just like they're on two different wavelengths this week. Yeah. Those that have not taken the leap into marriage, counterparts kind of looking at this like, look, I've been here, done that, bought the t-shirt, don't like, and I'm not going down that road. They're seeing the red flags, and they're seeing how entangling themselves in the situation is taking them further back. So it's almost like they're having this, what would you say? It's like light bulb moment. Light bulb moment that at a, you know, at a heart level, this karmic cycle, they don't want to re-enter back into a karmic cycle, and they're sensing it. They're intuitively sensing it. They're seeing the patterns of this person through a previous person they dealt with, and they really do see the warning, you know, the writing on the wall. So the way they're looking at this is, it's almost like, you know, they can, the smoke alarm's gone off, that they can smell the smoke. Yeah, and they're like, I don't see this as positive. If this person has been very up and down, counterpart is really feeling, look, I just don't see this changing. I don't see this changing. Yeah. They're making reference to values being on another page. Some are actually making comments in relation to, I would say, divine feminine, their opinions of divine feminine, throwing shade in that domain. And you know, and then being, especially for those of you that do communicate with the karmic third party, some of you do, especially those of you going into reunion. This person can be super sweet to your face, but, you know, they've got this real differing attitude. Some of them are wanting to move further away from you. Some of them don't want you in their home. And it's not so much in the things they're saying, but it's the things that are happening behind closed doors. They're deeply intimidated by you, especially going back to the crowning energy. There's a bit of threat there. I'm hearing they're showing me the analogy of, you know, the three little bears and, you know, Goldilocks and who's been sitting in my chair. They do look at you as the third party. They look at you as the spanner in the works. But, you know, they probably should be looking at it totally different, because technically if they're the ones within the relationship and the relationship fails, they had the golden baton, and their focus is way too much on the past. They're very topsy-turvy at this point, and even tribe and family and friends almost getting to the point that they're getting ready to cut them off, because they're like, look, you knew this was coming. You knew this as you walked into the circumstance. There's a lot of complaining, and I just really see this week, this is going to be a very awkward week for the karmic third party, because they're not getting what they want. And family and tribe are really putting their foot down. Love and light. I will see you next week. If you want to come through and see the next week's edition come through, as these are launched about 2 days later, we do have the next edition of the Karmic Third Party. Love and light, and I'll see you on the other side.